Now, I've been planning on setting up this YouTube channel for a long time. I've given it some serious consideration. It's just something that I want to enjoy doing because there's some subject matter that I enjoy discussing, but I don't necessarily enjoy discussing it with people that do not know how to conduct a logical discussion. I don't care if somebody wants to disagree with me on anything. That's fine, but let's not make it convoluted and ridiculously stupid. Okay, I'm discussing serious political matters that are affecting our country and that are literally affecting our society now as the government has clawed its appendages into the deep crevices of all of our lives. And the young generation coming up doesn't know the difference. They think that's the way it's supposed to be. Somehow, in their minds, they think that that's better than having individual sovereignty, than having individual rights. That individual property. It's just a completely different view of the world, and people who are conservative minded don't have a negative impact on those people. But people who are liberal minded, especially the far whacked out lefties we're seeing now, they have a negative impact on everybody to include themselves. They need saved from themselves. Okay, if it wasn't for a productive base of people who actually get stuff done, the people that move products and move goods and materials, those people wouldn't have the comforts to sit around and cry about the damnedest things. Okay, and they're trying to make issue of things that don't matter while neglecting the things that really do matter. Now, my being a combat veteran, I look back at myself, and I know that there was a time in my life where, "Kill a commie for mommy" was just a slogan, and but we lived by it. We didn't look into the depth of the wag the dog. And when they sent us into Beirut, Lebanon, and 241 of my brethren were killed one Sunday morning on October 23rd, if there was a single person, a single Marine there that felt they were at the rear end of wag the dog, I didn't hear it. Okay, we were just young go-getters, and we thought we were doing work for liberty. We didn't understand what American interest means. We didn't understand a lot of these terms. We knew this: there's people here trying to kill us. If we don't look out for each other and try to put them in the box, they'll put us in a box. Okay, and there was no reason to really think any deeper than that, not even if we had the ability to. I think there's a reason why young men are recruited into the military, because they really haven't begun thinking like this. Before they begin thinking like this, they usually have so much rank, and they're so invested into the system that they don't necessarily look for a skeptical point of view into our military industrial complex, world affairs, our national affairs, our social affairs. Hey, listen, we're just going out and drinking, fighting amongst fellow Marines, and coming back and putting in a hard day, training, getting ready for the next float. That's what we did as infantry Marines. And when I got out of the Marine Corps, I had a little bit more serious take on life, given the experiences I had. And immediately I become somewhat introvert. I'm not an introvert. I'm an extrovert. But when it comes to certain matters, my brethren, they'll think I'm still an extrovert. But among other social crowds, you won't find me wanting to discuss military matters. You know why? Because I think there's a better chance that they couldn't possibly understand what I'm talking about. And they would quite possibly say something stupid enough that I would find offensive enough to hold them personally accountable. So if I'm in a bar or something and they say, "Hey, I heard you were in the Marines," my response would be like, "Yeah, if I put in my time with the infantry, Charlie 1A down at Camp Geiger," and I just leave it at that. They say, "Did you see any action?" Yeah, seen a little bit. I was in a campaign over in Beirut with the peacekeepers. But I want to avoid the depth of any discussion. I met a guy in a bar one time who was in the Navy, and we all have this ribbing rival going on with the Navy, where they like to tell us we're a department of the Navy, and we like to tell them, yeah, we are the men's department, and all this rivalry stuff back and forth. And it's all fun and games until somebody tells me a joke by asking me, what do bananas and Marines have in common? And the punchline is that Marines start off green, turn yellow, and die in bunches. Now, I don't know about you. I don't think that's funny. I don't think that I would think that was funny, even if I hadn't have had the experience that I did in Beirut. And even if I don't punch somebody in the face for saying something like that, in my mind, I'm beating their face in, because I think it's the most disgusting thing that can come out of somebody's mouth talking about my people. So let's not talk about my people. Let's not lay my pearls before swine. Okay, if the pigs are too stupid to know that is valuable, and they would just stomp it into the mud, and then what's the point? What's the point in ruining my night? What's the point in ruining somebody else's night when I could have controlled that to begin with by just not allowing it to go there, regardless of anything? But what's really nice is getting together with my people, where I know we're on the same channel when it comes to this stuff. There's no barriers as to what we can talk about, nothing whatsoever, and nobody's going to say anything that's utterly stupid like that. But in my conservative beliefs of freedom of speech, sure, hey, I'm not advocating that a law make that joke illegal. What I advocate is I don't have discussions with idiots or with people who would potentially ruin my night or have me ruin their night. And even if it didn't come to, blows over it, all night I'm going to be gritting on the guy, and I might say something that has him gritting on me all night. So in that same context, I feel extremely, I feel very strong about conservative matters, and I don't wish to discuss them with people who just whip off thoughts off the top of their head, or they repeat a little something they heard on the news. They haven't really put any thought into it on their own, and they're just not fun to talk to. I hate to stare down my nose at anybody, but quite frankly, I don't have time to talk to the idiots, and it's not my job to save them. So I've created this YouTube channel so I can go out and pursue my own members of my own group, And I don't care if they lean left or if they lean right. As long as they don't lean stupid, we're good. As long as they can follow some format, that's awesome. For example, I want to put together short videos, probably shorter than the duration that this video has already went. And literally ask somebody else who thinks they know something on this topic to make a short video of their own, right there with their phone, and upload that video on a counter argument or a complementary argument on the same subject matter. I will publish their video on my channel, properly indexed, having to do with that subject matter, even if they're in an absolute honest point of view as me. Then there's the discussions that can take place on the videos, comments, and so forth. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about public versus private on this, but I'm thinking probably private, maybe some of it public, and some, I'm not sure yet. There's a bunch of features I just learned about YouTube, but I want to make it a decent experience. I know some people with several discussion groups that I'm in. More importantly, I know some people in those groups that I would never want to have an intelligent conversation with, because you can't have an intelligent conversation with somebody who hasn't put forth any effort to be intelligent. Okay, and intelligence, it just requires that you have some knowledge based, some factually grounded knowledge, and you have the ability to articulate that knowledge. Okay, that's to convey it to somebody else. Understanding yourself, well, that's awesome, but if you can't convey it to me or to somebody else, then it's, if a tree falls in the middle of the woods, nobody's there to hear it. Well, hey, if you're speaking but nobody can understand what the hell you're talking about, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, I would like to pre-vet the members and get them in here and see if we can enjoy this. Right. So, and leave me a comment down below if you'd be interested in submitting a video stating your point of view on any of the topics that I will post videos on, or if you would like to start the conversation by posting or by putting a video together of your own, just let's do that. Let's see what you have. Bring it. In an immense clash of ideology, I bring to you these videos, and I hope you enjoy them. I'm asking you to hit the subscribe button, hit like on the videos. Please leave your comments. If you'd like to post a video of your own on my channel, let me know in the comments how to get a hold of you. We'll make that happen.